there will be a new face leading the city of Norfolk, and 3 candidates are vying for your vote to fill Mayor Paul Frame's shoes.
It's a big role, seeing that Mayor Frame has been in the position for 22 years now. But now you have the choice to elect the next person. Tonight, State Senator Kenny Alexander is here with us to answer your questions. He's served in the General Assembly since 2002. Before then, he worked in Norfolk on the Economic Development Authority and the Planning Commission, and started serving the community as president of Berkeley's Beacon Light Civic League.
All right, so first, Mr. Alexander, thank you for making time to be here with us at 7. We really appreciate it.
Thank you
for having me.
All right, so we're going to dive right into the topic of crime. It's something that we've been talking about a lot lately. There were 15 people so far this year killed in the city. 4 more died in police-involved shootings. So what is your plan to tackle this crime?
First of all, we need to remove the guns out of the community. Number 2, we need to increase the police presence in those communities where the crimes are happening. Engage the community to participate to make the community safe as well. Third, we need to have more activities for children to prevent them from getting in criminal activity in the first place. And last, we need to be strict on code enforcement and prosecuting those persons who commit crimes in the first place.
So how do you do that? That's a long list. A lofty list. What does day 1 look like when you step into office if you're elected? What does year 1 look like?
The first 100 days, you have to launch these initiatives. Norfolk spends only 13 cents of every dollar on public safety. That's too little. We have to increase the police presence by having more recruits. We have a class that we could have 35 recruits in the class. It costs us about $35,000 a piece to train these individuals. But once they're trained, let's get them into crime-fighting gear with the latest technology and strategies to keep us safe and to keep our communities sound.
Now, of course, crime an issue, as Dan had mentioned, but we want to talk about, your work in Norfolk and also in Richmond. What do you have that other candidates essentially don't?
Well, I have the experience. I have the leadership capability. I have the resources in Richmond and Washington. 38% of Norfolk's general fund comes directly from state or federal sources. In order for us to fight crime, to improve our schools, to build the middle class, even to address flooding or sea level rise, it's going to take partnerships. It's going to take collaboration with the state and the federal government to make it happen. I have those resources. I have the experience, I have the temperament, I have the qualifications to lead Norfolk and then unlock our incredible potential.
And you talk about the need for collaboration. What about regionally? We hear a lot about that need for the cities here in Hampton Roads to be more interconnected. What do you see as Norfolk's mayor's role in that? Well,
Norfolk's mayor, Paul Frame, has been the region's mayor. I am proud to say that I am the only person in the race that's already working on regional initiatives. I serve on the Hampton Roads Transportation Accountability Commission with all the mayors already in Hampton Roads. Currently, I represent 200,000 people. I represent 2 cities as we speak, Chesapeake and Norfolk. I work with 2 city councils as we speak. More importantly, the mayor position that we have in Norfolk, elected mayor, is as a result of legislation that I drafted and had shepherded through the General Assembly. And now we have an opportunity, again, to directly elect a mayor. And hopefully on Tuesday, May 3rd, that the citizens of Norfolk will vote for the best qualified person, and that's Kenneth Alexander.
Now, we asked our viewers to kind of ask us questions, and we did get a few. Jesse on Facebook wants to know, I'm going to read it here. Do you believe that the current crime wave in the city is an example of a, quote, few bad eggs, or is it a deep-rooted social and community issue?
Well, most of the crimes, the homicides that are committed in Norfolk are by strangers. And then the second category is by acquaintances. So what we have our children or our citizens getting involved with individuals who are completely strange to our area, or there's a brief acquaintances. And this is primarily through social media, through drugs, or through some type of transaction, be it purchasing stolen property. And so it's a combination of bad actors and also our children getting involved in criminal activity with strangers or persons who they know very little. The homicides that have been committed aren't normally committed by family or friends, or it's not even domestic in nature. It's primarily strangers and bad actors in our community. We need to root them out by having raids and sweeps and having traffic stops, and then again have strict and tough prosecution of those who commit crimes in the first place.
All right. Kenny Alexander, thank you so much for joining us in studio. And as you said, Election Day is Tuesday, May 3rd.